Welcome everyone to the video, and today we are going to talk about the CROWNS challenge. Now, as I'm recording this video, there are still some days left in the challenge. I have completed 2. Tonight I will probably finish the Crown Lands, and the Pit of Daznak is my weakness right now. But I hope that you guys take this feedback from this tower for next time so that you can improve and work on things. Now, it does take a lot of stars. It's very challenging, and you need the right characters to do things for the tower. There's going to be a stat check many times. So if you are struggling against one of the hardest parts are the renew characters, in particularly Sansa Stark, who when you debuff her, she grants renew, and then she has a renew for her team. So if you can't kill her off, you're not going to beat her. You need a strong DPS for that. So these are the characters that are the main focus that really helped me out. So first of all, I got to go with my man Theon Greyjoy. Putting in work in the Stark Tower and putting in work in the Greyjoy Tower. He is super strong. He is very good. He hits like a truck. He inflicts ice with a bonus chance for more ice. When someone is brittle, he attacks them. When someone's rated defeated, he strikes a random enemy. You need stars on him because he can be squishy because he is a marksman, but he handles 2 towers. The other character who's doing a lot of work for me is Lord Varys. Lord Varys you can also use in 2 towers. I'm using him with the Baratheons. If you do not have a strong green team, you might want to consider building Baratheons for that tower. I was able to complete it last night. Now, here's a thing that you should need to know. The Stark Tower I beat without using gold dragons. But the Stormland Tower, I needed to use about 400 gold dragons to complete it. So, when you're doing your events and you're beating your dragons and you're getting the regular rewards and you're getting your gold dragons, save the gold dragons for the CROWNS challenge because you could get really good rewards at the 75 mark and 100. At 100, you could get $10 worth of skill books and tokens. And then when you get to 75, let's pull up 75. When you get up to 75, you get tokens and $5 worth of skill books. So if you need to use gold dragons to get further, you get further. Now let's talk about the individual towers and what really made it for me. So the Night Watch Tower, the MVP of the Night Watch Tower was Sansa Stark. Now, you only need to get her to 4 stars to get her ability that when an ally is debuffed, she's going to grant renew and afflict ice. Then her regular move will grant a defense and attack buff, grant renew with a chance for a bonus renew. What you want to do is sustain is super important in the tower. These guys are hitting hard. So if you could use renew to your advantage, you will tally up the health back that you're losing. In the Stark Tower, I used Theon, of course, which was my main DPS. I used King in the North, Jon Snow, to do a lot of ice and reduce stamina. I used Ned to taunt and hit hard when someone is brittle. That was very important. I did have Cat. Cat was healing. I had heals from Cat, and I had Sansa with the renew, and Cat does renew. So you're trying to stack as much as possible. Also remember to try at the end, get 1 enemy left on the first wave, and try to get all your specials saved for the following wave. The bosses can be quite tough. So then we have the next tower, which is the Baratheon tower. And I did use Brienne, which is very high, which I don't expect you guys to have a high Brienne. Stannis, Melisandre, who you could get in the Red God altar and their summons. Lord Varys, you could get from the purple summons. I cannot recommend him enough. When you are facing off against the bosses, to be able to reduce their defense over 50% for 4 turns is huge. So you save your specials, get to the next wave, target the boss, defense down right away, attack hard and strong. Sometimes I was able to land this twice, and I was able to scout twice. Scouting will also allow you to hit from all different sides of the battlefield and hit your target. He is so useful. I used the 5 Baratheons for the 100% gem damage bonus, and I did use Stannis lead. You do need to keep Stannis alive so that his lead stays for 25% gem damage. I did use Robert. You are going to have to use an epic. They're not the strongest, but they help with the gem damage and they help getting things done. You can use the Hound if you need to use the Hound. Next season with Tower, I'm going to improve Varys. I want to get more stars on Varys because he is super important for 2 towers. That brings me to the next tower. And the next tower, Theon played a great role in there as he was able to get lots of kills. I did use my Baelish as my main guy in this tower. This is Lannisters, Greyjoys. Baelish is helpful. You basically put him as a lead, and when you get the first kill, you start putting shields on your teammates. Now, what you could do is you can stall so much that you just keep putting massive shields so that when the second wave comes, they have all this extra sustain going on, and he's able to do great things. He is highly recommended. Another character who's highly recommended for that tower, who I'm going to be working up more, is Tyrion. Tyrion has that ability to give someone trial by combat, the skill, and they're going to gain stamina every turn, and every time they use their skill, they're going to do a percentage of their attack to all enemies. That is going to be huge. You could pair it with a Bronn, who has a very fast speed move, and you could get it off a lot. Varys is also very helpful for this tower. He could do the defense down if you don't have a Baelish. You do need to hit those enemies hard. The Lannisters do suffer from good characters, but Tyrion is there. And then finally we have the Pit. The Pit is my weakest. However, I know what I need to do for the Pit. I know what I need to do. You have Targaryens and you have Free City. An instrumental factor for this section is Daenerys. She has a fast speed heal and gain stamina to a target person on your team. This is huge, and it does do great things. She also, when she gets to 1% health, when she's ready to die, she goes to 1% health and her stamina is filled, so you can pass the stamina along. I don't really recommend Free Cities. My buddy Splinter from Valerian Steel does use Jorah as the tank for this team to keep damage off of his main guys. I think the main strategy in here, what you gotta do, is go with your red Daenerys. You have to get the fire stacks so that she could do the bonus damage on her AoE and really go to town. So Rhaenyra, very helpful. You use her lead to create the power-up gems, and she creates fire. You need to use your Targaryens. I'm going to have to figure it out. I do want to work on my Drogon. He is a trophy champion. However, at 6 stars, he does hurt your team less. and he's a fast speed, so he charges the same time as Red Daenerys, and will do 4 fire upon the target at fast speed. So you can get Rhaenyra to do her skill to get 1 fire, and then he goes with 4 fire on a target. So I think Drogon is a really solid choice. I'm going to be working him up. Viserys is another good choice. Grey Worm also, if you have Grey Worm, he has the HP guard, which is super useful. So don't doubt that. That's going to be good. This is going to be my focus next time the towers come out. I am going to be working on that, and I'm going to be doing it. The Crowns Challenge gives you great rewards. It is very difficult. Save your gold dragons from events and other places that you get them so you can get these good rewards. Level 75 and level 100 especially. Many dollars worth of skill books. So, these are my observations. You need lots of stars. Commons are horrible in this. They are just atrocious. The enemies hit so hard. You just have to be prepared. A lot of sustain, and just have characters that have good synergy and good moves like Varys' defense down. Comment below. Let me know how you did in Crowns Challenge, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Take care all.